And welcome back, and it's the 1st of March, which often means a slight change in the types of questions we will see, but either way, let's just jump in. First question, what have we got? All right, so first question, so we have a simultaneous equation. Now there's a couple of ways of doing this. So way one is I move everything over to, I move everything over to this side, then it looks like the simultaneous equations we do at GCSE. Way two, which I think I'm going to do, because I think it looks a bit easier, is I'm going to multiply this one by 2. So that gives me 4x is equal to 30 plus 6y. And then I'm going to swap that 4x for this 4x here. So in other words, into equation 1, tells us that 2y is equal to 4x, which I know is 30 plus 6y minus 18. Now, 30 minus 18 is going to give me 12. 2y minus 6y is minus 4y, which means y equals 12 divided by minus 4, which is minus 3. Now, I have an equation over here for my x value. So I know that 4 times x is equal to 30, plus 6 times minus 3 is minus 18. So that equals 12, which means that x is equal to 3. So in summary, I've got x equals 3 and y equals minus 3. Not the hardest question to start the month off, but just a different twist on a simultaneous equation question. Next question. Right, so a bit of trigonometry. So it tells me that cos theta equals minus 0.43 between 0 and 360. So if I sketch that quickly, again, can't say enough, being able to sketch these things quickly is really helpful, because that means that I can see minus 0.43 gives me 1, 2 solutions. Now you may know that already, and that's fine, but either way, it's just a bit of a safety check on doing the wrong thing. Calculator out, and so that tells me that theta equals cos minus 1. So cos minus 1 of minus 0.43, which is 115.5 degrees. Now, because that is that distance from here to here, this distance from here to here is going to be 360. Well, it's going to be 115.5 degrees. Let's put the 0.5 in. 115.5 degrees. So therefore, this other one here is going to be 360 minus that. So 360 minus 115.5 is going to give me 244.5 degrees. And that is the next question done. Nice question. And that's it, final question today. So final question is, it tells me that AB equals I. In other words, if I do minus 2, 4 times 1, 0, and multiply that by, in order, because the order matters with matrices, PQ, well, I'm then going to get 1, 0, 0, 1, which is known as the identity matrix. Now, I need to find a way of getting P and Q in whereby it doesn't cancel out, and because I'm noting there's 0 here. So I'm basically just going to use the top row. So the top row tells me, so top row times column on the left, that minus 2 times 0 plus 4 times P is equal to 1. In other words, P is equal to a quarter. Bottom row and left column, top row and right column. So I can highlight it now. So I'm doing that row and that, which is going to give me this number here. Well, that tells me that minus 2 times 1 plus 4 times Q is equal to 0, which means that 4Q equals 2, which means that Q is equal to a half. So I've got my answers, and my answers are going to be that P is equal to a quarter. So P is equal to a quarter, or Q is equal to a half. And that is today done. That's a nice, relatively easy start to the month, actually. I was expecting that to be possibly a bit harder, but not too bad. Either way, usual thing, please do let me know how you've done. Always interested to see how you've done. And like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Thanks all.